Hey Bears fans, so we're just a day away from finding out who the Bears are going to play in week one with the release of the NFL schedule tomorrow. And with that then, it throws up the question, who are the Bears going to have under centre when that game in week one kicks off? Currently on the roster, the Bears have Nick Foles, Andy Dalton and Justin Fields. Now from those three quarterbacks, I think we can safely say that Nick Foles is not going to be starting in week one. I mean, if Nick Foles is your starter in week one, something has gone drastically wrong. I mean, there have been reports over the last couple of days that the Bears have done their best to try and trade Nick Foles to anyone who will take him. But so far, they've had no takers. And with Nick Foles' contract the way it is, as you can see here, there's no chance the Bears will just cut Foles and release him. I mean, cap-wise, it's going to cost you more money to release him than it is to keep him. So for the next season anyway, it looks like Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears are stuck together. But still, I don't think that we're going to be looking at Nick Foles coming in week one. There's just no chance of that happening. This then throws up the question, what do you do between Andy Dalton and Justin Fields? Now, initially my hope was the Bears would do what Kansas done in 2017 with Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes, in that Mahomes comes in, he sits for the season, Smith plays as the experienced quarterback, and you just let Mahomes adapt and get used to being part of an NFL franchise. And I kind of looked at it similar. Well, you have Dalton and you have Fields. So you let the experienced quarterback play and you let the rookie sit and just adapt into the NFL life. But the more I thought about it, the more I kind of don't go with that opinion now. I mean, from the outside, they do look like similar situations, but when you actually dig into them, they're not. Alex Smith had been in Kansas for 4 or 5 seasons at that point. He was the starting quarterback. He was an important part of that offense. He knew the offense, he knew the players, he knew the coaches. There was no getting used to anything for him. He would just come in and play. They had won the division the season before and gone to the playoffs. So it was easy for them to have Smith starting and to bring Mahomes in and take him along slowly. Whereas the Bears situation is actually very different. Andy Dalton, just like Justin Fields, is learning the offense. Andy Dalton, just like Justin Fields, is getting to know the majority of the staff. I know he has worked with some before. And again, Andy Dalton, like Justin Fields, is going to get to know the players. So actually, they are two different situations. For me, I just say let the two guys battle it out in training camp. At the end of the day, it has to be the best decision for the Chicago Bears. If Justin Fields in training camp looks like he is the better quarterback, he is getting to know the playbook better, he is just looking overall like the quarterback who is going to give you the chance to win, then you play Justin Fields. I mean, I know he's young, I know he's a rookie quarterback, but, you know, many a rookie quarterback has started and hit the ground running. So if you look at him and you feel like mentally he's ready, and physically he's ready, and he is the better quarterback, you don't play him because he's your first round pick. You play him if he looks like he is ready to play and he looks like he is the better quarterback. If not, if he looks like maybe he still needs a bit of time to get used to the NFL life, then you have Andy Dalton there. And Dalton is a good quarterback. You know, he will steady the ship. He will, you know, if you need him for 3, 4, 5 weeks, he is a quarterback that can win games for you and has experience to lead the team. At least until you feel Justin Fields is ready. But that's the way I see it now. So my initial hope that they rest him and let Dalton play, you know, is not the way I want to see it go now. I do hope the Bears give both guys a chance and, you know, they make the right choice for the Bears, which is to pick the player who looks like he will give you the better chance to win. And that's my hope going forward. Now, the one question I wonder maybe the Bears might be looking at is, obviously the O-line is going to be very different this season. Instead of Massey and Leno, the tackles now look like they could be Ifedi on the right with rookie Tevin Jenkins coming in on the left. So I don't know if that will play into the Bears thinking. Maybe they just want to see how that line comes together with Andy Dalton behind it and how well that line protects its quarterback before they want to take their rookie quarterback and put him in there. Now, again, look, I think if Fields shows you he's the better quarterback, if you genuinely believe he's the better quarterback, then you let him play. I mean, Fields is one of those players, one of those dual threat quarterbacks that, you know, he can use his legs if he needs to. So if things break down, unlike Dalton, Fields will still be able to make things happen on the field. But look, they're my thoughts anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, who knows what way the Bears go. potentially, I think they probably will start with Dalton. And while I don't think he'll be in for the season, I think we may be looking at Dalton for 4 or 5 weeks. But hopefully, if that's the way it works out, then it gives Fields time, to get ready and to learn the playbook and to be ready to come in whenever this time is called. So anyway, do comment below and let me know what you think. Am I right? Should Fields come in if he's ready? Or should it be the Mahomes model? Should Fields sit and wait and learn and just see how Andy Dalton does for that season? And if you like this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel.